Hey besties, let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? Happy 4th of July, besties. It's Behind the Shade, and I would like to talk about love after lockup. Season 7, episode 14, No Crash Dummy. Baby, newsflash to all of you who are dating an inmate. In this season, you all are crash dummies. Every last one of you. Okay. So, which crash dummy will we start with? Because they got me kind of hot. I am so hot. Let's start. Let's go to Missouri and Kansas. Let's get a head on out here with Kirsten and Brady. Now, besties, what is that on Kirsten's chin? What is that big old bump? That big old lump? Girl, I just noticed it. It was very stand outish this episode, and I don't like it. So, um, child, Brady has a 48-hour pass. So she gathered up her kids because baby daddy said, "You want to hang out with him and do this with your husband? Take his stepkids with you. How about that? I ain't watching them. I got a life. This is your weekend." So she get the kids and they drive 6.5 hours to go meet up with Brady. She got a hotel. She has spent another $1,000 that she does not have. And I'm trying to figure out where she got this $1,000 from because she told us she only had $1,000. So I guess Kirsten has a job, possibly getting income from somewhere. I don't know. So what I do know, a broke HO gonna find some money, honey. You hear me? So she didn't got it all going on, got plans for the weekend. The kids can't wait to meet them. They in the back seat. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Getting on her last nerves. Um, Brady is down to be a stepfather, but he's not trying to take the dad role. He knows, he has to discipline the kids and be a role model. I said a role model. Where do these people be getting all this deflection from, this delusion from? Brady, you are no one's role model, sir. You are no one's role model. You need to worry about your own two kids instead of worrying about somebody else's other two kids. Like role model and discipline. You don't have discipline. And he admitted that, that's why he's in jail, in and out of jail all his life. You didn't have discipline. It's just certain inmates just don't need to be around kids. They don't. Shoot. And I just find it weird that Kirsten, like, you are pushing up for this family with this man, and he don't even have a family with his own kids. Like, there's some steps Brady needs to accomplish first before he come bothering you and your kids. And you're so desperate for this relationship, and it's just giving. I just want to know why. Why? You wasn't dating him before. He was a neighbor. He was the mayor of a trap house. What do you do? Hey, you know what? Kirsten must dabble in the illegals too. Because why are you attracted to him? So they're at the hotel. He's talking with the kids. He's trying to tell the son to leave the bathroom door alone because the daughter's taking a shower. He trying to go in there. So it's giving that Kirsten make her kids take a bath together. That's what it's giving. So he kind of comes down on the son and then he walks out. So production is following him because they're filming him, right? So the production asked him, "How you feeling? Like, you all right?" And he was like, "I'm good." And it's like, you didn't even peep what just happened, Brady. You was a little too strong on that little boy. And then you walking out, you seemed a little stressed. You just snapping at the little kid a little bit. They just want to make sure, are you okay? Because we are filming this. Calm down with that boy before we got to call the popo on you. You on paperwork, sir. You better chill before you get your little privilege revoked, right? And so when he goes out to the car to get something, he's just like overwhelmed. He said, I got a wife, a baby mama. I got my 2 kids that I got to get a relationship back with. I have step kids. And it's like, yeah, why did you sign up for this? Like, you look, and Brady looked like he looking for his next hit. He really is. He had already told us that he can't handle his emotions because he's used to being high. And now you got to deal with all these kids and women and child. Exactly. I'm like, this dude getting ready to call the plug. So they head out for the day. They swim in at the hotel. They go to a game place. They're just hanging out, having a good time. And Corey, his baby mama, was supposed to bring the twins to see their father. But she calls, they're not coming. Something happened with one of the twins. They're going to urgent care or something like that. And Kirsten is really let down because, she had got them a hotel room also, because Corey was supposed to come down with the kids, let them play with their father and her kids, all be together. And then Corey was going to watch all the kids while Kirsten and Brady bang it on out, because she's trying to get some more and she can't get none because her kids are in the room with her. And I'm like, oh, you okay, child? I was like, Kirsten, 7-8 hours on a road is not easy for anyone. And you trying to plan all this, for your husband. Corey is over it. That's her ex. She already know what you don't know about him. And what makes you think Corey wants to be a part of this drama with y'all? What makes you think she want to watch your kids, her kids, so you can go over there and get pregnant for this man? Gas is high. People just can't just jump up and just hop in a car and drive 7 hours away, and you think it's all hunky-dory because you got her the hotel room. Big deal. You didn't pay for her to get down there. And I bet you planned it where she comes the next day so you can have a long time with him. And see how when you do a little travel arrangement that really ain't in good measure, because honey, you should want him to see his kids first and foremost before your children. You trying to do this on your clock because that's your husband. See what happens when you don't do things right? Yeah, now it backfired, because if you was trying to do something, you should have put Corey and them kids in the car with you and brought them with you. But you just see what happens, bestie, see what happens. So Brady talking about he tired of being part of the feds. Well, if you tired of the feds in your business, stop committing crimes. He don't care. His daughter is sick, and he just gonna have to risk it all, and he gonna go. Oh, really? You gonna go see about your daughter? You've been gone for 5 years. All your fault. And now all of a sudden, whose fault is it now? You have missed everything. And now all of a sudden that you're free, you want to commit another crime. Don't get back in time. You ain't supposed to leave the state, but you willing to drive back, have that girl drive you back to Missouri. She gonna get locked up. The kids, she gonna get her kids taken away, and you going back to jail. You ain't been being there for them kids. You have missed a whole bunch of dentist, doctor appointments, sick from school, volleyball games, recitals, dance, happy times, birthdays, Christmas, Easters. You've missed a whole bunch. Well, how about stop committing crime and be an upright citizen and a father and a husband and a stepdad? But baby, them drugs are coming. Oh, sorry. Ooh, don't give me YouTube. Those illegal substances, they're coming. Trust and believe. They're on their way. So let's head on over to New Orleans. Let's go on over to Nola, Rich and Felicia. I'm about sick of Felicia. So, honey, she mad. She got a chip on her shoulder because Rich did not come bearing gifts for her. She still got that little chip on her shoulder. So she gonna make him take her shopping because she need clothes. She trying to figure out what size she wear because she done got chunky, little chunky monkey. He like, it ain't them. It ain't you. It's the clothes. Cause he like her, right? So the problem is they're in a cute little boutique in the French Quarter. These little piece of outfits are costing $115, child. I'm like, first of all, you should have gotten a car, drove up the street to what's the mall called? Riverwalk. Is the mall still open, y'all that knows? Because I ain't been to New Orleans in a minute. The Riverwalk Mall is up the road from the French Quarters. You need to be over there shopping in the Gap and Old Navy and Forever 21 and H&M. That's where you need to be getting Felicia's clothes from, okay? So she's shopping, and so she telling us how he better buy her stuff because the Sicilian men, they take care of their women. And I'm sitting here like, but Rich is not Sicilian, honey. You saw that when you got out of jail. He told us he was the prize. He was the present. He was your gift. He wants some punani. Honey, the Black culture, you got to put out to get something. I'm kidding, but we just having a good time. You ain't gonna get nothing out of Rich if you don't put out. He done already spent $500 on that room, child. You better be happy. He drove to New Orleans to come get you out of jail from Houston, girl. It has cost him to get to you, girl. And then secondly, your daddy hasn't been a good example of what a Sicilian man is. Both of your parents been in jail, then done time. So, Miss Ma'ams, you need to pipe down. You living in some pipe dream. You living, girl. How old is Felicia again? We know she done 7 years. She was what, 17? So she's 24 or something like that. Like, girl, get yourself together. Girl, she just a little brat. Just an old spoiled brat. Okay, so what else? Okay, so these her manager, because she's been running a whole operation while she was in jail with these pen pals, getting money out of these men, right? Selling them pipe dreams. They sending her money. Girl, she got the Cash App, the Apple Pay, the Venmo. She got everything. She got everything. Zelle. So she needs some money because she don't have none, and Rich ain't gave up no money, but baby, you ain't gave up no leg either. I'm just saying from what I'm talking from Rich's perspective. That's what he waiting on. You keep putting all these interruptions, I just want to know, Felicia, are you a lesbian? Or do you even like Rich? Because it's making me wonder about some things. We'll get there. So the manager calls. It sounded like a man to me, but Felicia telling the manager to put some money in her account because, Rich hasn't spoiled her yet. So Rich is all bent out of shape because he ain't feeling this. You were supposed to do this while you was in jail with these pen pals. But once you got out, this supposed to stop. So, and I think we only like day one out of jail with Felicia. It's only the next day. It's still the next day, right? Or is it day? She got out. They went to eat. Did they go to the auntie's house? Then they went to the hotel. Then she stopped the car. The girl came with them. They hung out on Bourbon. Was that the same day? Or was that the next? That was the same day. So I think this is like day 2, maybe 3. But she do need some new clothes because Felicia been in them darn gray sweatpants too long. It's time to get some clothes, girl. So Rich ain't feeling this because she was supposed to stop at these pen pals. She like, how would you feel if it was you? I need some money. You ain't gave me no money. Well, you ain't spent no money. And You divorced? Where the divorce papers? And he like, yeah, that's what's weird about this. You ain't stopping what you're doing, but you sweat me over some divorce papers. And I'm like, Rich, this all your fault because shouldn't nobody even know you were married before? Whatever, I don't even remember what the daddy asked you. He did not ask you, have you been married? He did not ask you, were you married? He did not ask you nothing about marriage or divorce. You threw that out there probably out of, being uncomfortable, a little nervous or whatever. And your friend made it worse for Felicia because you ain't never told Felicia you've been married. So she feeling away. And I don't know why she didn't hear that you were divorced. And I don't understand why Haley and Stephanie can't just look your name up and look it up themselves. Like instead of keep asking you and Felicia keep having these little sidebar meetings with Haley, then I talk to you. Can we have a talk now? Can we talk? You could have been looked his information up. So she tell him, give me the proof or we can't be together. So right then and there, it just sounds like Felicia to me does not like Rich. There might be someone else she's thinking about. Does she even like men? Is she playing him too? It's just giving like I don't think she's into Rich. I just don't. And I'm looking at Rich like you might need to see if Felicia is married or is she engaged. You need to listen more to these telephone conversations and see what's going on with her because there's something going on with her. Because she all of a sudden, she flipping her script all of a sudden. She all of a sudden, everything is changing, right? And you going through all this drama and y'all not having, making love at all. Like you just throwing stuff up to be petty. You're deflecting. You're trying to avoid him some kind of way. Like she's giving, and if you home and you love being around your family and you don't want to move to Houston with him, then say that. Like, why are you creating all these arguments? So they at the aunties, she has a crab boil for Felicia's freedom party or whatever. And we got to hear about the Sicilians again. I'm like, Felicia, stop it. Because when I look at you and your family, I don't see Sicilian culture. Now, I'm not saying you're not Sicilian, but I don't see the culture. But I see your auntie wearing locks. Your other cousin had been to jail. You getting out of jail. Your mom and your daddy been in jail. Y'all having a crab boil with your New Orleans accents. You're giving Southern to me. I get more Southern girl than I get Sicilian girl. So she got to explain to us that honey, these Sicilian men don't play about date nobody who might not be divorced. Girl, don't nobody want to date nobody who's still married, okay? Unless they are a mistress. So, she got to tell us that they take care of their women. Girl, if that's what you want, you need to go get you a Sicilian man because Rich is not Sicilian, Felicia. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but he's not. Nope. He looks African-American to me. And Rich seemed like he was having a good time and he a little high. So, Felicia had her little sidebar meeting with Haley again. Should I ask him now? You think I should ask him? Should I ask him now? Like, why do you... So they call the auntie over. What you think? Well, I'm going to just go ask him. They like, no, yes, I'm going to go ask him. So she goes and asks Rich. He seems to be inebriated. He's having a good time with her family and having a good old time, balls blue, got the blue balls and everything. So the auntie is like, you ain't married, are you? He like, no, I don't think so. Because that would be weird to still be divorced. Well, I'm going to look you up. He was like, look me up, please. Go ahead and look me up. So now Rich is triggered because she keep bringing this stuff up and he's a private person. But Rich, at the same time, why haven't you discussed that with Felicia? Like, you can't be hiding parts of who you are from her. You said this woman came to you in your dreams. You dreamt this woman. It's supposed to be your soulmate. Why are you not telling her stuff? Why are you withholding? And Felicia, you need to be more worried about his background than his marital background. Because, honey, Rich, who's that ain't even his real name. I think they said his real name is Derek. Derek has been in and out of jail a few times, honey. You need to check his whole background out. Everything, honey. Because I don't think y'all know each other. You don't. And Felicia more worried about money and getting gifts. That's all. Love, her love language is gifts. Okay. She don't care about nothing else. So he walks off because he feels, like y'all coming for him. Now you got your auntie jumping down my throat. And he run off. She chasing behind him. Ain't nobody got time for this. You better get your divorce papers to me. He like, there ain't no divorce papers. Like, girl, she talking about, but you can take your butt back to Houston. I did 9 years. I did that. Girl, Felicia, you think you are all of that. They have pumped your head up. Girl, you cute and all, but you think you ain't as cute as you think you are. Baby, you not. You just ain't. So let's head on over here to Arizona real quick. What is that on Kaylee's face? Y'all tell me. I know it's some kind of treatment. I know she lives in hot Arizona, but did y'all notice it looked like she had something on her, maybe above her mouth or something? It's left not a scar, but it left a different color on her. I'm like, what treatment are you getting done? Because, the mother-in-law says she spends a ton of money on makeup. What treatment did you get on your face, Kayla, that got you uneven? Your face, anyway. Kaylee is in debt. We all know $42,000. Excuse me, besties. Mike looked at the bank statements that she gave him. She spends $1,200 in coffee a month. Now let's look this up because I find that like, what? Let's say she works 5 days a week. That is $240 a day. Spending that much. No, she must be going every day. Okay. I'm assuming she's getting coffee when she works. Okay, so $1,200 a day divided by 4 weeks is $300 a week, divided by 7 days, I guess. That's $43 a day that this girl, because she got kids, so I guess she'll go get a frap. They won't frap with all that whipped cream on it. Okay, so it's possible. Okay, so she has lied to this man. Before he got out, he asked her some intricate questions on his finances. Production rolled the tape back. She lied and told him that his money is ready. He gonna have a car ready for him, that the credit cards are paid off. And she told him that he had $6,000 in DMV fines. And she lied and said she paid 5,000 of those fines. She's done none of this. None of it. And her go-to, she's already let us know that she has bad spending habits. She got that from her mother. And I'm like, well, Kaylee, once you got a credit card bill in the mail, that should have, when you saw them finance charges, honey, that should have changed your mind about using credit cards. Like, you don't have any control. There comes a time in your life where you got to blame yourself for stuff. You are in charge of you. You are an adult. There might be ways that you were raised in your background and had bad habits, but you have to know how to get rid of which bad habits to get rid of. Like, you just go keep going in debt and blame it on your mother. These credit cards are in your name. Then you jack up your credit and you go get credit in his name and jack that up. Now what? Like, you don't have no sense of nothing. You got that new truck. That new truck ain't even bothering you. You feel like you deserve it because you've been a prison wife for 6 years. Crash dummy. You're a crash dummy. Crash dummy. You asked for this lifestyle. No one put a pow to your head to make you be that man's wife. This is what you wanted to do with your 4 children. And credit is in your name and his name, and you guys are married. So what is the game plan, Kaylee? What do you expect Mike to do? Is he supposed to get out, go get 18 jobs and pay off this debt and take care of you? Is that what you want? I just want to know what the plan is, honey. You want him to save you? Because, baby, the way y'all went to the market to go charge groceries, oh, girl, you are broke. You got to go charge your groceries. You really need a financial assistant, a planner, somebody that's good with money to sit you down. When you got to charge essentials, girl, credit cards are supposed to be for emergencies. And I get it. When you have kids, you know, their needs are emergencies. Get that. But you ain't supposed to be going into $42,000 worth of debt. How you'll never pay that off. And I'm over here screaming, file for bankruptcy, file for bankruptcy. I don't know what happens in Arizona, but file for bankruptcy. You'll never pay that money back. And, you know, I believe they're still together in real life. Maybe they're putting on for the cameras, I'm assuming, because she don't seem to be that. I can't. They putting on for the cameras, I believe. Because I can't believe that Mike would even still be bothered with a woman that just acting like a teenager when it comes to money. We would never, I couldn't be with somebody like that. We'll never have anything. Never. So, Mike mom, okay, so did I get into, so okay, he hurt his leg, his knee, or whatever. She goes up to the halfway house to give him a knee brace. He hecka dry with her. And she are you so dry? Don't we have a date today? He like, maybe sort of, I don't know, I'll let you know. And she like, well, we got to get past yesterday, you know, when their mothers were going at it. He was like, my issue ain't with our mothers. Because remember, when she took him back to the halfway house after all that ruckus and all that chaos at the house, she gave him the bank statements. He looked at the bank statements. He is upset with you behind the money. You ain't paid no bills off. He's supposed to have some money and a car and his fines paid off. And you lying and ain't done none of it. It wasn't pressed to get nothing done. Like, Kaylee, grow up. There comes a time you need to grow up. So Mike's mom's boyfriend owns a HVAC business, right? So he has a job. Mike has a job interview. So his mom picks him up. That's what you wear into the job interview. Did you take him to go buy a suit, slacks, and a shirt? It's Arizona. It's 2026. Do people still dress up for interviews when it's your mama's boyfriend's company? Anyway, so they go. He got his resume. They talk about the finances on the way there. You know, his mama, smart mouth, always got something to say. And so she talked her talk. But, you know, remember, he has $14,000 saved up, right? That she knows nothing about. Kaylee knows nothing about this $14,000, right? So she drops him off at the interview. Nice looking place, I'll say that. So she's telling him like a little kid, go in there, do good, get the job. Don't embarrass me. Don't embarrass yourself. Get the job. And I'm like, it's already embarrassing that your son is an ex-con and he's coming to get a job. That's already embarrassing. He already embarrassing y'all. So we know he's going to get the job, right? Because, you know, Mike got a good head on his shoulders. And, you know, he's handsome. And he looked like he got a good gift to gab, you know, a little mouthpiece. So we know he's going to get the job. He get it. But boyfriend says there's no favoritism. There'll be no free ride. Do you have your license? He said, I got to go down there right now and renew my license and I'm good. Mom's boyfriend's like, yes, good, because you need to drive to work here. Okay. So they head on over to the DMV. He gets the job. He gets to start in a couple days. So he goes down to the DMV. They call it MVD in Arizona, Motor Vehicle Division. He go down there, get his license, thought he was going to only need to spend 1,000 to get his license because somebody lied to him and said they had paid 5,000. Now, don't get me wrong. This is your life. You went to jail. You messed up your record. You owe the DMV $6,000. That is your responsibility. I get that, right? That's Mike's fault. But you're his wife, and you told him you paid $5,000 of it. So now this is your fault. He go in there, he come out, mom's like, you got your license? He's like, yep. She like, cool. He's like, no, it's not. That girl has not spent one dime to help clean my record up like she lied and said she did. He had to pay the whole $6,000 from his $14,000. So I'm like, well, Mike, you better be happy you had that money and you're about to get a job. So you good. Just ball from here. That man is going to make sure you're making enough money. You start on Wednesday. So you just have to spend 6 G's. You'll make that back. You will make that back. And you better be happy you had that money saved up because you're going to need it. So that was that with that. I'm happy for Mike. He gets out, he get a job. He getting himself together, So, child, let's head on. Let's leave Arizona. Let's head on over out here to Colorado. Lord have mercy. It's just something about Dia and Kirsten I just don't like. I just cannot stand Kirsten. And it ain't like her person. It's just like I don't like her way of doing things and locking it in with her husband. And you married him over the phone? Okay, Colorado, Cyrus and Dia. And I was looking at Cyrus and all his mug shots. Baby, Cyrus is a rough 24-year-old looking boy. That girl, he looked rough for 24. Them mug shots, he looked like a troubled child. He looked like a serial unaliver. He looked like a he looked like he go up to the school. He looked like he in the garage making illegal things that explode. Girl. So anyway, child, they wake up. They was at, they're at the cabin. They had a night together. He said it was great. She said it was great, but it was quick, very quick, because it's been 3 years. So she trying to do his hair. He got the cornrows, right? And so she took some of them down. She tried to remember he was wearing a ponytail, a little puff ball in the back. So she took his ponytail out and she trying to retwist these braids. And I think he got extensions in his hair. Because why his hair should be like frizzy? Because his hair ain't nappy. So for him to have cornrows, I think he might have a little hair in there. So she trying to do something to his hair. Put the ball back in the back. I don't know. He was shaving the side. So whatever. So they go back to the parole office. It's about New Year's Eve. This man got out on December the 30th, child. So they're going to have a celebration at New Year's at her sister's house. It'll be his family and her family, and they're going to, meet and have a good time. So he goes into the parole office for his time. You got to go in there and talk to the parole officer. So a couple hours later, 3 hours later, he comes out. He tells her, honey, I got to go back to jail. It's going to be a few years. She like, what happened? A warrant popped up. And as soon as he was saying that, I was like, he lying. He just playing with her. And so she was all shocked and mad. And, of course, I'm just kidding. And so she was like, don't play with me like that. So what we find out is they approved him to go to her house. So they're all excited. So, child, we meet Dia's sister. And honey, she let us know, honey, she is tired of Dia messing with these jailbirds and these relationships and being a crash dummy. She says she is lost on Love Island. They really like that relationship with Jaden, that first boyfriend, Cyrus's cellmate. It sounds like it was a lot of drama with that relationship. It sounds like it was terrible. And so here she is again messing with his, cellmate. So they all like, oh, because, the mama don't want none of this. and neither does the sister. And so, the sister says the fact that Cyrus is friends with Dia's ex says a lot about him. Why are you messing with my sister? Like, you want the benefits that Jaden had? Like, you over here trying to use my sister too. So, she worried. And she threatens him too, tells him, this is my baby. You better not be playing. So, Cyrus's mom and Dia's mom meet, and they all are gathered. People are coming over. She hasn't seen him. She only went to see him twice in the 3 years he's been in jail. And he understood that, people can't drop their life just to come see you, because I think it was a 3-hour drive. So sometimes people don't have time to stop what they're doing to come visit you. So Dia and Cyrus gets over there, they're walking in, and so she wants to be assured before they go in that Cyrus is going to be the stand-up father, that he going to be a part of her kids' lives too, because her kids are her heart. He tells her, yes, girl, I got you. I love your kids. I said, girl, he homeless. Of course he gonna love on your kids. He need a place to stay. Shoot. So he walk in, his mom is crying, they hug. And the sister lets him know that, I'm a thug too. I said, girl, shut up. So we find out, girl, the sister that did time, looked like it was a long time ago. But honey, she still got her darn federal prison ID in her pocket. Maybe she put it in her pocket to show him. He all geek. You still got that? I've been through all my stuff away. I threw all that away. I ain't hold on to nothing. And so she did time. So she doesn't have any faith that this relationship gonna work either. Because she said, you be talking all that mess, that jailbird talk, but when you get out, you go on and live your best life. I said, oh, over there like Damon is doing with Gigi and Benita. So I was just like, oh, child, and sister have done time. And shoot, they mama looked like she done some time too. I'm sorry. I looked at her again. I said, ugh. So Cyrus trying to drink, because it's New Year's Eve. The mama like, should you be drinking? It is New Year's Eve. You aren't you on paperwork? They like, well, I did my testing today. They close tomorrow, so I'll be all right. She like, I'm just making sure. Child. Funny. So, y'all, let's go to Baltimore. Because, baby, Damon is wearing me out. Damon is wearing me out. He got these women so stressed out. I'm sorry. I can't let no man that's living in a bag and a box stress me out. Everywhere you see him, he got a bag of clothes and a box of shoes with him. Dude, get a suitcase. Everywhere he go, girl, he got an outfit for the next day. Child, no crash dummy. So let's go over to Baltimore and talk about these two dummies. So Gigi can braid some hair, honey. She braided Damon's hair nice. I said, okay, girl. So Damon is at Goddess's house. It's the next morning. He lied about who was at his mama's house for this tea party with his daughters. Who was over there? It was my stepdaddy, my mama, the two girls, my two sisters. And I was like, just say, and Benita, it is okay that your baby mama is a part of your life. Those are her kids, one of them. It would be okay if they were there. It would be okay. It would make sense that they would be there. I think Goddess would want your kid's mama to be. Y'all have to co-parent. She would understand because she get along real good with her baby daddy. Remember we met them? He was at the house with her. Was that his daddy, her daddy? Somebody's daddy was over there, uncle, and he was there too. She would understand. So he I cannot stand him out because he just lie about everything. Mr. Polygamist, you ain't supposed to be lying. When are you going to put these women together? So he lied about why he couldn't FaceTime her. He was like, the phone was tripping. It was raining. He was like, okay, what about why you didn't send me no pictures? because the phone was tripping and the daughter just lying. I cannot stand a liar. And he just drives me crazy because why it Demand, you're 30 years old. The girls are 29. I don't even think you know what you're dealing with. These are women who have children. They're running households. They know you're lying, and you ain't even a good liar. Your game is whack. Your mama is a part of the big problem, right? And it's like these are not teenagers. You running game like they're kids. These women are. Gigi runs a bit. They both, I believe, are self-employed, running businesses, household, families, taking care of themselves, taking care of you. And this is the thanks that they get. And your mama married with kids is condoning this too. And your stepdad is just like, well, I hope he picks. Yeah, because this is just too much. So Gigi don't even believe him because she asked him, well, was your baby mama's there? She's giving you an out to take, to tell the truth. And nothing about what she's asking. See, the problem is, what you got to realize, when someone asks you a question and it's what you're lying about, they're letting you know that they know you're lying, for one. Number two, they're giving you the opportunity to stop lying. They're letting you know that they know you're lying. They're just not going to keep arguing with you because you will start an argument because you're going to keep the lie going. This is your way to stop lying. Was your baby's mother's there? And he could look her in her face and lie again and say no. Then tell her he will never break her trust. Child. Such a terrible liar, a terrible player, a terrible Mac, a terrible vet, whatever the word she want to use, you're not good at it, bro. So Benita been out all day looking for his butt. She has. It's well into the evening. It's getting dark. She done hooked up with one of her friends. They just stopped to get some food and some cocktails. Child, she venting and going off. Her nervous system cannot handle this. Benito is gonna put hands on him. She gonna go to prison for DV. Watch. She been looking for him. He got her drinking. Benita said he better be in jail or in the hospital for his sake, because her stomach is twisted and turning into knots. Her stomach feel like she is on a ride at Six Flags. She is trying not to trust her intuition. Now, how stupid do that sound? That's that crash dummy nonsense. I'm trying not to listen to my intuition. No, honey, your intuition has been telling you since last season that something ain't right. So she said he didn't had her radio silent all day. She ain't heard from him in 24 hours. And she feels that his mama is behind this, and she know more than she letting on, because she is. So she calls the mama. I don't know why the mama answered. You just gonna keep the lie going, huh? She asked, you know where your son is? And so the mama, she sound like she reading from a text message or something, like she reading a teleprompter. His tooth was hurt. He needed to get some rest. He took an Advil and he's resting. That's what he's doing. Yeah, You know where he is? No. She says she took her car back because she thought that was it. That, she just needed to go pick him up and that was it. She was like, Benita was like, well, I thought you'd have let me know you took the car. I'm out here thinking that somebody stole it, about to call the police and report it stolen. Like, why you didn't tell me that you took the car? Oh, well, because it needed an oil change. Besties, two besties. Where my besties that drive luxury cars? Where they at? Where y'all at? Because I'm a Mercedes-Benz girl, okay? I've been driving Mercedes for years. I'm on my 7th, 8th Mercedes, okay? not to brag. I'm not bragging. I'm just we getting to a point. But I got 2 in my garage in case you want to know. So anyway, a Lexus is a luxury car. You don't take a luxury car to go get an oil change. That's not how they work. We take our cars to the mechanic to get a service, and that is where they do an oil change and everything else. We get a whole bunch. It's a whole maintenance service. We don't take our cars to oil changers for an oil change. You'll never see us at a Jiffy Lube. Never. Okay? That is for your Toyotas, your Hondas, Mazdas, Nissans, those girls. But not the Benz, not the Lexus, not the Jag, Range Rover. We don't take our cars to get oil changes. So that was the law. She could have caught her in a lie like that. You ain't going to see a big body Lexus at the oil changers, okay? Bonita is so mad. She has a little breakdown on her way back home. She is irritated. She's so mad. She takes her to-go bag and she covers up the GoPro camera because she don't want production to see how frustrated and she is just livid. Child, and it's just so unfair because, Demond, you're dealing with grown women. These are grown women who have kids and are taking care of your daughter. They deserve so much more respect in this. And, Bonita seems weird. She got her little kooky ways, but she got a good heart. She a good person. She seems like a good time. And she gonna beat you up. She gonna knock the mess out of you, Demond. Why didn't you just break up with her? I don't get it. So, what else, y'all? I just don't know why Demond think that this is gonna go over well for him because he's doing it wrong. Like when you get out of jail, you're trying to go between both girls. This is so silly. It's so stupid. It just don't make no sense. You over here trying to go to sleep, have sex with them, leave and go take some clothes and then go over here. Like, what are you doing? All of this, it's just he got me so irritated. I'm irritated too, Bonita. I'm irritated too. So, oh goodness. Gigi takes him to her salon suite to shampoo his hair and braid it up because she's getting him ready to go to the strip club. She don't know it yet. She think they finna hang out, So she asking about his tooth. He like, oh, my tooth healed. I just got a headache. Then he don't have a headache no more. He gonna tell her, well, you washed my hair, my headache went away. So she let him know, I ain't seen you. And so he tell her, well, I'm trying to go out, child. I'm trying to hit to the strip club. And he caught himself. He was like, I'm in the lounge. I just want to go hang out at the lounge. I'm out now. I want to go be free. And she like, well, when we gonna spend time? I only seen you for a couple of hours. Child, he like, all right, I'll holler at you. Child, he got his clothes, his jewelry. He got his hair done. Baby, he ready to hit them streets, okay? So he goes to the strip club, and then he go back over Goddess's house around 4 a.m. They wake up. He trying to get dressed. She like, where are you going? He kind of picking a little fight with her. He ain't answering her questions, and I want to say, girl, he going over to Bonita's house. Girl, he going to Bonita's. Where do you think he going? Child, Bonita in the bed, mad she is hot as fish grease. You hear me? She talking to her friend. I ain't seen him in 24 hours. And he better, 1 o'clock in the morning, he's sending me, his penis pictures. He's sending provocative pictures to her. She don't want to see that. She like, this is why I'm in this mess now, fooling with that thing. I don't want to see that. He's sending pictures in the middle of the night. So she said, let me go on his Instagram. Child, he been posting all night at the strip club. But we see a picture of him with clothes on, hair braided, jewelry on. She's sitting here like, where did he get his hair braided? Where these clothes? Where the jewelry? Where is this coming from? Honey, she go into her kitchen and she take all her aggression out on his welcome back cake. Child, she was punching that cake. Child, I said, wow. Bonita go beat the brakes off of Damon. He better be careful. So he come over. He had her door ringing the doorbell. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. But Bestie, that was the child. I don't know if you heard me or not. I'm talking, I look at the computer and it's on pause. But I think I was finished. I'm still struggling with my recovery, y'all. I actually got to go lay down after this. I was going to try to do Bell Collective, but Bell Collective has to wait. I gotta rest. But besties, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, honey. Make sure you like the video and hype the video if you would like, and leave your comments down in the comment section. And I'll respond, honey. And that's it for now. But I will be back with Bell Collective. I'm just not sure when. I gotta heal my little issue. Okay. Bye, besties.